Hey everyone, welcome back to another CoolRidge Customs review. Today I have the Geonosis variant of Waxer. We all know from that episode Landing on Point Rain, which I do think is a huge fan favorite. Almost everyone you talk with has Landing on Point Rain probably in their top 10, at least battles of the Clone Wars, if not favorite arcs or episodes. I know it's up there for me still. I'm kind of a It's easy for me to be way more interested into the battle stuff than the behind the scenes and in-depth stuff, even though a lot of those episodes are great. But I know for a long time Landing on Point Rain was probably my number one episode, if not number two behind the episode Rookies, which again I think is another fan favorite. But here we have Waxer. As we know, we were introduced to him in the Ryloth arc in Season 1, and now we get to see the Geonosis variant. CoolRidge Customs has recently released a whole bunch of Geonosis troopers, alongside, I think, various other custom makers. Though it might not be true, I always do feel CoolRidge Customs leads in the custom clone trooper department, where if they decide to go Geonosis like they've done, a lot of other companies or people will dive down the Geonosis line. If they want to go, whatever, recon or comm troopers or pilots, I often tend to see a lot of other companies dart that way. But let's stay on track here. Let's talk about Geonosis Waxer. So he sports that dark orange kind of desert armor, or camo armor design. On top of it, you get your standard 212th armor design on the shoulder and the torsos and the legs, but this is actually done in a yellow color, not an orange color, which does look nice, which does stand out. Oddly enough, though, I could be wrong. When you go back and you watch the episode, I think they're the only troopers that land with Commander Cody that had the 212th look to it besides Cody. I think all the other troopers have a different kind of yellow marking design on their armor. But Waxer here, like I said, sports the standard 212th style armor in yellow on top of the camo orange. He also features, of course, by this point he met Numa, the little Twi'lek on Ryloth. So he's got a dark blue stripe up top, which might be hard to see, or not dark blue, maybe a dark teal or a turquoise would be the best way to put it. Very nice. Of course, it kind of matches the color on the standard Waxer Phase 2 figure. It does come out a little darker because it's printed on the dark orange. Still looks great. Now here, it might be hard to see. I'm hoping not, since this camera's very clear. We do get Numa right there on the side of the helmet. Looks great, looks accurate, looks fantastic. Love this figure, looks great. I think CoolRidge Customs did a smashing job with the Numa artwork on this figure and the standard Phase 2 Waxer as well. As I said, he's got that yellow armor markings just like the 212th. If we look at the back here, there we are, just continuing with the dark orange and the markings. Got that yellow triangle up top. You might be able to see a little bit of that dark turquoise on the top of the helmet coming through. And that turquoise line doesn't actually continue all the way down the front. I forgot to mention it just because it's kind of hard to see, and I'm looking over everything as I record. On the front of the helmet, that visor portion, there's a little red arrow up there too, or triangle, whatever you want to call it. Turning this character to the last side, I would be remiss and I would be a liar if I don't mention it, as I do in every or nearly every episode or video review. That leg or boot printing down at the bottom, fantastic. I love it. Can't talk about it enough. Some people might think I'm crazy about it, just bring it up all the time, but it really is a detail that I think can set CoolRidge Customs apart from several other companies I've looked at. But that's just me. But armor design's the same, coloring's the same, and that is our Geonosis Waxer. Great figure, of course. CoolRidge Customs never disappoints. I always get my named characters, since CAC does do custom heads to most of these named characters, like Jesse, Waxer, Boyle, Tup. I try to get their specific face underneath it. You can go to the CoolRidge Customs website to check those out. I'm not going to take the helmet off and talk about it. I'm just here to talk about the full-on figure because the head's kind of a personal choice. I know a lot of people just order these with black stud heads because they don't care. Some people try to get them with a clone face, you know, so they can take the helmet off and use it. But I do recommend if you buy this figure, get him with his corresponding head. Otherwise, that'll be enough for this review on the CoolRidge Customs Geonosis Waxer. Thank you all for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if you don't. Either way, it tells me how I'm doing. Comment down below if you have any thoughts. Please consider subscribing. But otherwise, everyone, I will see you in my next video.